Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Gonna do a classic rock reaction. This is a complimentary quad, man. Complimentary quad featuring the music of various artists. We're gonna start with Free doing Mr. Big. That's in 1970. Then we're gonna do Montrose in 1974 doing Bad Motor Scooter. Followed by James Gang in 71 doing Walk Away. And finally, Coverdale Page in 92 doing Pride and Joy. I was looking into checking out some Coverdale Page, so there we go. Anyways, man, before I pop this off, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to, clear my throat, to Thomas. Thomas, thank you, man. Thank you for the links provided and also the recommendation. Looks to be a really, really nice quad, man. So I believe that I've actually done reactions for all of these groups. I think Montrose as well. And of course, with the exception of Coverdale Page. But we'll see as we go. Maybe it might ring a little familiar. All right, man. So let's start with Free doing Mr. Big. Free, Mr. Big, 1970. Let's get it.
So much love, and she saves it all for me. I would not be lying, that's the way it's got to be. So Mr. Big, you better watch out, and don't you hang around for you. I will live
I've heard this tune before, man. I believe it was actually in a quad a couple of months ago.
I don't care, so don't explain. Just get out of here and don't come back again. I don't want a thing from you. I don't want to give you nothing to. Get out of here, man. You better watch out, yeah. And don't you hang around for you. I will do So, Mr. Big, you better watch out. And don't you hang around. No. Ooh. I will do it. A great big hole in the ground. Hey.
Excellent. Excellent. Great showmanship. Excellent musicianship. Fantastic vocals. One of the best rock and roll singers of all time. You definitely have to agree. Paul Rodgers might not be your favorite, but I can't see anybody saying that he's not among the best of rock and roll singers of all time. Absolutely, he is definitely among them. Where do you rank Paul Rodgers in regards to the best rock singers? Let me know where. He's in my top 5, hands down. So yeah, man, I hold the guy in very, very high regard. And just going back about 9 months ago, I did a quad, and Free was in the quad. It might have actually been this song, I'm not sure, but Free was in the quad. And then all of a sudden, Paul Rodgers was just on the radar. And then from there, he threatened Artist of the Month, get this, 5 different times. And one time he was really, really close. And but we had this crazy gridlock tiebreaker between Aerosmith and The Doors, and that kept him from being Artist of the Month. But yeah, man, and I promised that if he ever became Artist of the Month, I would do pretty much all of his stuff from Free to Bad Company to The Firm. So yeah, man, I hold the guy in very, very high regard, even though I'm not super familiar with all of his content. You know, I might have heard maybe, if I'm lucky, 10 songs from Paul Rodgers, you know, but that's enough, you know what I'm saying? It's like hearing, you know, a couple of songs from Led Zeppelin and you're sold, you know what I'm saying? He's got that same appeal. You know, you hear him sing a few tunes and that's it. You know that this guy is fantastic and he's probably one of the best, and he is, man. All right. But all of Bad Company, really good signature sound, you know. It's nice to watch them too, just doing their thing, getting down. The bass is very, very present. It's not slouching. It's not taking the back seat that any of the other instruments. They're all very, very good musicians, all doing their own thing, but still jamming in unison and having a really, really good time. Their signature sound is very good. Notable too, because in your mind, you can, yeah, this is Bad Company. That's their sound, you know. I like it when bands have that kind of familiar sound where you can tune in and you're like, yeah, this is definitely Bad Company, you know? So, man, let's do a little read here, man. Little background. I'm still struggling with, all right, I've heard this tune before, but did I actually hear it in that quad? I have to go back in time. I've done so many quads, so many reactions now, you know, so sometimes it's like, okay, did I actually hear it first in a quad or did I hear it elsewhere? And I'm kind of blurring those lines. It makes me wonder. But anyway, Here's some research, man. Yeah, and it's album information here rather than specific song info. So, Mr. Big appears on Fire and Water. It's the third studio album released by English rock band Free. It became the band's breakthrough, achieving widespread commercial success after the band's first two studio albums had faced a more muted response. With the tremendous acclaim of Fire and Water at their backs, in the words of AllMusic, Free headlined the 1970 Isle of Wight Festival and appeared destined for superstardom. In your opinion, did they reach the heights of superstardom, in your opinion? Or, in your opinion, could they have gone even further? Let me know what you think of that. Did they reach the heights of superstardom, in your opinion? Specifically, Fire and Water reached number 2 on the UK album chart, being listed on it for a total of 18 weeks. In contrast, neither of the band's prior two studio albums had charted at all. Fire and Water additionally reached number 17 on the equivalent US chart. The album spawned the popular single All Right Now, praised by publications such as AllMusic as a hard rock smash power by Paul Rodgers' gritty, visceral vocals. The song became a top 5 rock hit in not just the group's native UK, but in addition to multiple European countries such as Austria, France, and Germany. Reception. Music critic Matthew Greenwald has written for AllMusic praising the album. He stated that by 1970, Free presented itself to the world as a complete band in every sense of the word, particularly with elements ranging from Paul Kossoff's exquisite and tasteful guitar work to Paul Rodgers' soulful vocals on display for listeners. He also positively compared the group's work with that of bands Blind Faith, Cream, and Derek and the Dominos. Multiple critics had viewed the album as the high point of the Free discography. All Right Now, in particular, continues to receive widespread radio airplay. That it does. All right, man. So, that concludes Wikipedia Song Fact Info on Mr. Big and Fire and Water by Free. So, let's check out Montrose in '74 doing Bad Motor Scooter. All right. Montrose, Bad Motor Scooter. Let's get it. Long, illustrious career.
Come on, baby. Bring it up. Oh,
Another good band, man, with great showmanship, excellent energy. Sammy Hagar is a really good vocalist, man. Whether he is doing, just a frontman thing, or whether he's, I know that he's a very notable guitarist as well. So yeah, all around a really excellent figure in rock and roll. And he's had a very good long career. How old is Sammy now? Sammy's got to be what, late 60s? I got to look into that. See how he's doing physically, if everything is all good, if he's still touring, if he's on the road. I don't know if Van Halen is still together, or he might be collaborating elsewhere, that sort of thing. I gotta get an update on Sammy Hagar. All right, or Hagar. I know some of you are gonna jump on me for that. All right, man. Bad Motor Scooter. Bad Motor Scooter is the second track from the album Montrose by the band of the same name. It, along with Rock Candy, was arguably the best known song by the band. The song was penned by frontman Sammy Hagar. Its introduction, a distorted electric slide guitar sound, which closely emulates that of a revving motorcycle, became the defining component of the song. When the song was conceived before this guitar sound, the band and Ted Templeman were not impressed because they thought it was missing a hook to make it stand out. Ronnie Montrose stumbled upon it while messing with a slide and fuzz box one day in the studio. Ronnie Montrose, so that's the lead guitarist who's very animated. Playing his guitar in open D tuning, Montrose improvised what became the motorcycle sound, although Templeman and engineer Don Landy kept him going when they failed to get the recording tape rolling. When performed live by the original Montrose lineup, Sammy Hagar would play the motorcycle intro on a lap steel slide guitar. Hagar provided the same intro when Chickenfoot, the supergroup composed of Hagar, Joe Satriani, Michael Anthony, and Chad Smith, performed a version during their live performances. Joe Satriani did the motorcycle intro at the Montrose tribute concert using the whammy bar on his guitar instead of the slide guitar. The song has also been included on the Sammy Hagar compilation, The Essential Red Collection. Okay, so I've never heard of this supergroup, Chickenfoot. And when did they get together? Was this pre-Van Halen or post-Van Halen for Chickenfoot? Yeah, I gotta look at the year because Michael Anthony, he was not in Van Halen. I believe that it's Eddie's son that took over the bass. And so Michael Anthony wasn't in Van Halen during their time of touring. And I know that David Lee Roth came back after Sammy Hagar for a bit. So maybe that's when they got together. I gotta get into the Van Halen timeline and kind of figure that out. Excuse me for a second, somebody's at my door. Alright, man, back. So, let us bounce to our third track, man. And that is the James Gang in 71, doing Walk Away. James Gang featuring Joe Walsh. Alright, James Gang, Walk Away. Let's get it. example of an excellent rock song coming at us at a time where we had it so damn good. Almost took it for granted. Never, ever, ever thinking to ourselves that there will come a time where all of this wonderful output of rock, the classic rock sound, will diminish greatly. In some people's opinion, come to an end. I'll never say that, because there's always someone who's going to jump on me saying, you're just ignorant. You're not looking hard enough. It still exists. It's here. You're just not looking hard enough. Well, back then, we didn't have to look far. We didn't have to look hard. We had it in spades. I mean, look at the lineup of these great bands, you know what I'm saying? And hundreds more. Yeah, man, we were spoiled and we had it good. And sometimes I think to myself, how sad is it? You get a little trickle of sadness thinking to yourself, oh man, where are the bands like the James Gang, like Free, like all of these excellent, fantastic bands back then? There were so many of them that maybe the market was even saturated, and now we would die for even a quarter of what we had back then in the mid-70s, wouldn't we? Maybe it's just me. Somebody's going to jump on my ass for saying stuff like that. When I talk like this, there's always somebody out there who jumps on me. Check out the comment section when I post this up on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's always one. All right, man. Hey, fantastic song, man. Yeah, definitely I've heard it before. And it's great making that connection. Okay, this person actually sang this. Get it. I got it. All right, so Walk Away. Walk Away is a song written by Joe Walsh and recorded by American hard rock band the James Gang, being featured as the first single off the group's studio album Thirds, 1971. The song peaked at number 51 on the Billboard Hot 100. Composition. Walk Away is a combination of hard rock and funk, with some influence from soul music. Walsh's guitar work incorporates different types of distortion, including slide guitar. The lyrics are about the ending of a relationship. Now, which famous guitarist did Joe Walsh give his guitar to? Somebody was telling me in the comment section. It was Jimmy Page, I believe it was. I'm going back to my latest, my most recent postings, and I believe it was Jimmy Page that Joe Walsh gave a guitar to, and Page used that guitar for The Song Remains the Same. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been, no, it wasn't Gary Moore. It was Peter Green gave his guitar to Gary Moore, and Joe Walsh gave his guitar to Jimmy Page. I believe that's how it goes. Some of this stuff is starting to stick now. All right. Release and reception. The song peaked at number 51 on the Billboard Hot 100, July 24, 1971. The song was well received by critics. AllMusic's Matthew Greenwald called it one of the most realized James Gang songs and recordings, and that Walsh's guitar creates a universe of hard rock virtuosity. Unquote. Good praise. Other versions. A live version of the song is on the James Gang Live in Concert album. The Eagles, a band that Joe Walsh joined after the James Gang, have performed the song at concerts. Walsh's live cover reached number 105 on Billboard in 1976. I was caught between saying 104 and 105 there, and that's the sound that came out. All right, man. Yeah, I was going to ask you a question in regards to this. So this live performance here on TV, it was just all Joe Walsh doing vocals. I could swear that the seems to me part, once you get into the chorus, there was like a harmony bass. There was a couple of voices chiming in with him, but there was no voices chiming in. Did he bring in some singers in addition to that? Because none of his other band members were backing him up and singing. Or maybe the rendition that I'm hearing in my mind is the Eagles. Of course, they've got their crazy harmonies going on. So maybe it's their rendition of the song that I'm thinking of. Because once he starts getting into the seems to me part, the chorus part, usually in my mind, I'm hearing a couple of voices, not just his. Maybe it was just that one performance. But let me know. Am I off, or am I thinking of the Eagles version of it or something? But it seems like there should be a chorus of voices singing along with him in the seems to me part. Let me know about that. Okay, man. So with that, let's check out Coverdale and Page. Or is it Coverdale and Page? I think it's Coverdale and Page doing Pride and Joy. All right. Nice quad so far. Very nice quad so far, Thomas. All right, man. Coverdale and Page, Pride and Joy. Let's get it.
Take me to your river, baby. Take me to your sea. Purify my soul and pour your ocean over me. Lead me to your chamber where you sleep at night. Scratch me, cross my back, make me feel alright. You're the best time I've ever had. You look so good, oh baby, you must be bad.
Do I even dare say it? No, I'm not gonna say it.
So I can see where I'm going, baby. Play that thing.
This is good as hell. I wasn't sure what to expect.
So take me to your river, baby. Take me to your sea. Purify my soul. Pour your ocean over me. Lead me to your chamber where you sleep at night. Scratch my name, cross my back, make me feel alright. I have never felt this good before. If you don't, I'll step outside your door. You're the best time I've ever had. You look so good, oh baby, you must be mad.
Was that it? Oh my God. Oh, come on, man. That can't be it. Damn, man. 3 minutes and